Welcome to the next episode of Revolutionary Talk. We're finally wrapping up this series on wellness downfalls. We're talking workaholism, which basically means you're workaholic, you overwork, and it takes over your life.
Guilty.
Has anybody been there? Kristen? You?
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes it's something to do, it's something to focus on, it's something to get my mind off of something else other than what's going into my mind.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think it's like an overcommitment thing too. Like,
Yes.
Oh,
At least for me.
yeah.
I want to do everything, so I say yes to everything, and then I'm like, okay, well now I have to put all this energy into all these things that I agreed to do. So then it's like a maximizing my time, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of draining, which can lead to other wellness pitfalls, I feel like. So it's kind of that snowball effect of overworking. Other things are going to be put to the side.
Like what though? Depends.
I mean, you might not make it to the gym because you're working too much, or you're going for fast food options because you don't have time to meal prep. You're not sleeping enough. A lot of different ways.
I see that a lot in my clients. They put their physical well-being off.
Really?
Like to an extent, to the point where like it's like, okay, like I have to do something about this now, and it's always hard because it's coming out of a place of being very like sedentary and also just like committed to, you know, not an internal goal. So it's always a good shift in energy, but it takes, you know, a lot of effort for those people to kind of like really commit to it because they've been so committed to their work and it's taking time away from their work, and it's like for them, but they have to like allow it, you know.
That's interesting. So you've seen people that have kind of gone through like this path of like really far down the line. So do they show regret of like putting off their health for so long?
Yeah, you know, like I have a client that comes to mind specifically who travels a lot, and so he misses like sessions with me from time to time, and it's like it is upsetting to him, but he can't do anything about it because this is his work-life balance. And so that is just, you know, a matter of priorities and finding, that time allowance.
And then if we don't take care of ourselves in that balance, I know for myself, I can get to burning out, like just feel completely burnt out,
Yeah.
like exhausted.
Yeah, that's the thing too. And then you want to take a month off and end up getting behind.
Yeah, I feel like I have like these, burnout moments where I go through like a hard 3 weeks and then I will just like go into like a hermit mode for like 3 days because it's like I have to stop for a hot second and stay there.
Yeah, same. Recharge moment.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I relate to that one too. That's definitely more where my head goes, is just mentally being exhausted more than anything. And
I think it's about also finding good solutions for like maximizing your time, like I said earlier. So, you know, being a workaholic sometimes for me is like, okay, I have all these big things I want to do today, but I also want to feel like I accomplished all my small in-between moments because that will make me feel like the most satisfied. But if I can let go of those in-between moments and let someone else take care of it or leave it for a later time and just let that rest, that allows much less stress and more of a relaxed approach to these bigger things.
nice, yeah. I like that. What's interesting though is some people, they just accept it and they're fine with it. So that's kind of an interesting case too for
I think I accept it. And she tells me that I am like guilty as charged usually. She calls me out. But
Out of love, it's all out of love.
I think it's really, I think I do
doing
it
your
though.
job.
I think I do it though because I kind of have like absorbed like my lifestyle as my work and I want to exist in 5 different occupations and it's like not realistic. So, yeah.
But it's, I mean, you're going through that exploration journey and finding things that, I mean, I'm similar, like, oh, this looks fun to do. Let's try this. Let's try this.
And then once you master something, you're like, how do I level this up? Like, what's the next thing? What elevates that skill I just learned, right? It's like...
I feel like it's more acceptable when you're younger too though. Like And then hopefully by a certain age, you've kind of figured out
You would
your
think
lanes
so.
a little bit.
You would think so, but also I feel like the older I get, the more confident and willing I am
Yeah,
to do things.
True.
So it's like actually the opposite.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's only getting crazier. So, I guess at the end of the day, it's really about balance and what you kind of prefer out of life. Honestly, at the end of the day, but overworking isn't going to lead to healthier results.
No.
We know that
I think
more often
that-
than not.
A great thing that I know a lot of people do is utilize their morning. And I think you guys kind of talked about that a little bit on the last episode. But I feel like when I do utilize my morning, I'm less overworked in the day. And when I don't, it's more of like a race to the finish line. Like I have so many less hours, you know?
Nice.
So, yeah, again, maximizing the time you have.
Yeah, I like that. Do you have any tricks to avoid burnout, feel balanced?
Just make sure the recovery and self-care is there for sure. It's so easy to be work. But eventually it's going to wear your body down if you're not pouring back into it.
Yes.
And like a creative recharge is always important too. I feel like a lot of times when I'm pushing for more and working a lot without giving myself that kind of peaceful rest, I don't have as much to give or as many ideas to expand on. And it's always like in those times of like calm where I come back with like so many more ideas and, you know, a lot more energy towards whatever idea was focused on before.
Yeah, I like that. Good stuff. Any other final takeaways here? I think people have a pretty good idea of where to approach this.
Yeah. Less working. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Focusing the energy on the things that, are that are working out towards your goals, for sure.
I like that. Awesome.
Intentional working.
There you go. Yeah. Be intentional with your time.
Intentionality.
Ooh, that's a big word. All right. Hopefully everybody got a lot out of this series. Double dose, 8-part wellness downfall series. Stay tuned for next week as we start a new chapter in Revolutionary Talk.